Welcome to another EDD-Toolbar update. Today I want to show you a new feature that I've added to the toolbar. So without long delay, let me take you to my computer screen and show you what it is. And here I have Excel, and we have all the standard options that we used to have before, but now we have this thing here, copy to path. And this is where you can paste a path. And I think you know where this is going. So if I paste a path here, so it's kind of a small box right now, but what will happen is the documents you inventory using your directory list, or even when you go deeper inside the files, will get copied to a new location using the doc ID you assigned. That seems interesting, right? And this is where I was kind of thinking, like, is this a good idea or a bad idea? And what I kind of realized is this is a technology that I want to let people use, and whether it's a good idea or bad idea is going to depend on the actual how you use it. So I'll tell you what I think I want to use it for myself, but let me show you how it works first. So we have a path here, and we have more options here. So if we click here, you'll see we say copy native files and then generate extracted text for emails, and here is our path along with the block size. So hold off on the block size for a second. So what I'm going to do now is say scan inside Pst Zip Files, and we're going to exclude open containers. We'll say import dir list, and I'm going to pick a folder that contains a zip file and a PST. And now I'm going to let the tool, I'm going to let the tool scan through the folder and actually copy out files to a folder. And if I go to the destination folder, we have our native files, and they're right here, and we have our text files. So if I open one of these, this would look like extracted text from a processing software. And of course, if I open up a native file, it's going to look like a native file. But the idea is we have our native files also with attachments extracted. So now it kind of looks like it's been processed using an eDiscovery processing software. We have our control number, group identifier, we have our metadata fields over here. So, you know, some people could say like, oh, well, this is like processing, you know, but this is not really where I was going with this feature. Yes, it does look like it, and no, you probably shouldn't use it. Actually, you should definitely not use it instead of real eDiscovery software. And one reason is like there is no text extraction for attachments, there is no OCR, none of that. But what we get here all the way on the right is our path to extracted text and the native file where data was extracted to. So what is my intention for this tool? And it is to do quick filtering, like we always talked about. This toolbar is for like a previewing your data and doing quick filtering, maybe finding something, and then using this path to copy data out. So when we go to export, we can use copy, move, merge. Well, you would use copy to copy relevant data out and put it into a separate folder to send to a vendor for processing, whichever. So that is the intent of this tool. This is not meant to replace, you know, like law pre-discovery, something like that. That is a proper processing software. This is not. Now, the second use case that I'm actually excited about is investigating problems. And what you will get often is the real eDiscovery software will give you like errors saying, hey, unable to extract message, I can't do something, or having problem with metadata field. But it's really hard to actually look at it yourself. And what the software manufacturers expect you to do, just kind of accept the error message and saying like, yeah, whatever, so it errored out, move on. I'm the curious guy. I want to look at it. I want to open that email and see why. What's the problem? Maybe there is like a PDF file that attachment PDF that says it has metadata field author that is too long to fit in a field. So I want to see, why is it too long? What's in there? Is there garbage text? You know, what's going on? So you'll be able to do that using this tool. You'll be able to inventory the content and then look at what's in there. So we can use our entry ID, and this is one of the fields that processing software often gives you, is this entry ID. So you could know what message give you problems. But you cannot find this entry ID if you open PST with Outlook, because there is no field. Like I'm not sure what is the right way of finding entry ID using Outlook. I don't think there is. If you know one, please put it in the comments section below. I would like to know that. But this is the way I would do it. I would use EDD-Toolbar to inventory a PST and then see what error is being reported by processing software, find it here, look at metadata, look at native file, open it, examine, confirm whether yes, it's a problem with the original data, or no, it's a problem with the eDiscovery software, and then open it, take it, and go down that path. But that's the feature I added for copying files. Quickly going back to this block size. Block size is when software is reading data from a PST. It doesn't like read one line, puts it on Excel, reads second line, puts it on Excel. It reads in blocks. So it reads like 100 lines, then grabs them, puts them in Excel. Then it's going to read 100 more, put them in Excel. It's just a performance optimization. It's faster if you go back and forth in chunks. But if you go with this number too much, you can max out your memory and then the whole block is not going to make it. So this is a number you can play with. Maybe you have a lot of metadata or something like that. Again, I'm trying to give you control over how things work, as opposed to just baking something in and hoping it's going to work. So that concludes all the planned features for EDD-Toolbar. Now, I'm sure there'll be more, but at this point, I would consider it complete. This is what I wanted to build from the start. And I'm sure as people are going to suggest, like, hey, can you do this? Can you do that? I'll add and modify and so on. But this completes what I wanted to set out to do for this application. So thank you for checking out this update. Be sure to download the toolbar to give it a try. And I will see you on another video.